Good morning. It is Monday, August the 23rd, and this is The Drill. Welcome to the butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers out there. I'm Ron, your host and the only true conservative in the United States today. I'm the only true conservative in the United States because I'm the only person in the United States of America that recognizes that it is a metaphysical reality that we cannot have our cake and eat it too. Therefore, life is full of tough decisions. Every decision that we've got to make is a tough decision. The alarm goes off. Should I hit the snooze alarm and sleep for another 10 minutes, or should I get up now? Tough call, but it has to be made. Can't do both at the same time. That's all there is to it. And that's one of the foundational things that every true conservative knows. And since I'm the only one that knows it in the United States, I'm the only one that's a true conservative. So today is Music Monday. I'm going to have maybe a couple of rants and whatnot in between the music, but I'm going to go ahead and offer the daily declaration for spiritual warfare. We'll recite the Pledge of Allegiance, sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Then we'll have the content, which will include Music Monday, selections from Instagram, little clips from Instagram, various types of music, usually blues. Sometimes we have some classical and whatnot. And then America the Beautiful, then closing remarks, and we'll go from there. So all that when I come back. And this is the prayer declaration for August the 23rd. I will restore your Judeo-Christian foundation. When wickedness reigns, the people do not know, neither do they understand, and they walk around in darkness. All the foundations are unstable when the wicked rule. My child, keep your eyes focused on my ways, and I will guide you continually. I will satisfy your soul in drought and strengthen your bones. You will be like a watered garden, like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. I will call those from among you who shall build the old waste places. You shall raise up the foundations of many generations. My people will be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of streets to dwell in. Prayer declaration. Father, in this day when it seems that godless men and godless laws are destroying the godly life and foundations on which this nation was founded, your word brings courage and strength to your people. As we confidently trust in you to care for us, we will strengthen our hearts and do our part to once again raise up the Judeo-Christian foundations of many generations. Call us to be repairers of the breach and restorers of the streets to dwell in. Amen. And that was the daily declaration for spiritual warfare for Monday, August the 23rd. Thank you. And I'm listening to Hugh Hewitt, and it's just driving me crazy. Hugh Hewitt and Sean Hannity and all these boobs that think they're really striking a blow against socialism when as a matter of fact, they're doing exactly the opposite. They're promoting socialism, and they're doing it again because they're snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory, and they're doing that because they can't be bothered to see what's really going on here. See the fact that the left has changed the mission in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, the mission was to get and bring Osama bin Laden to justice. That's the whole reason we got in Afghanistan. Okay, and the whole world supported us in that effort. Okay, right after 9/11, there were people in Europe that said, we're all New Yorkers now. Okay, and then when we went to Afghanistan and said, give us Osama bin Laden, and they flipped us off, the rest of the world says, oh, well, guess you'll have to invade. Okay, and that's what we decided to do, and the rest of the world supported us. And we went in, and eventually after a few years, during the Obama administration, Osama bin Laden was brought to justice. He got the death penalty. And at that particular point, mission accomplished. That was the point at which we should have said, okay, we're done here, drawdown time. Let's get out of Afghanistan. We're done. There's no reason to stay. But we didn't do it because the left in our country, and this is partly Obama's fault. I consider Obama to be a great president, although all the non-thinking reactionaries, he's a Democrat, so therefore he must suck. They're just idiots. Anyways, so Obama, being a lefty, inherently a lefty, doesn't want to leave a positive legacy. If he leaves the legacy that we were successful in the Middle East, then that's going to, he believes, encourage the United States and future presidents to do the same thing, to try to be involved and be in a leadership role in the world internationally. So what does he do instead? What do you do? What do you do in that situation? How do you turn victory into defeat? Simple. You change the mission. As soon as Osama bin Laden was killed, then the left started talking about legacy. What is going to be the legacy? And then they talk about exit strategies. As a matter of fact, they talk about exit strategies, and the purpose for exit strategies is to tie in the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War was a success for the United States, but you wouldn't believe it to listen to the left. The left has been able to successfully paint the Vietnam War as a huge international and foreign policy failure for the United States. It was no such thing. We did what we went there to do. We supported our allies, the French, then we supported our allies, the South Vietnamese, and at a certain point, it just had to end. We're not committed to ridding the peninsula of communism. That wasn't our mission. It was simply to provide various types of support to the South Vietnamese government. We did, and at a certain point, you got to withdraw and allow that government to operate on its own. And so we did. They were too corrupt or too weak to be able to fend off the communists, and eventually that they fell. But the point is, we did our job. We did what we're supposed to do. But the left wants to make sure that Vietnam is a stain on our record. And so that's where exit strategy, it's to tie in psychologically Vietnam with Afghanistan or anything else that we're doing. When we went into Kosovo, what's the exit strategy? Right away, they're talking about when we're going to get out, when we've barely even decided what the mission is. And the left wants to talk about getting out. When are we leaving? When are we leaving? Okay, honey, we can go to the mall, but and as soon as he gets there, husband is saying, when are we leaving? When are we going home? Right? Same thing with the left here. What's the exit strategy? What's the exit strategy? Change the mission. Change the mission. And then as we talk about the exit strategy, we talk about legacy, on and on and on and on. Pretty soon we start forgetting about the fact that the mission is over. We're done. We're finished in Afghanistan. Because the left has successfully psychologized us into believing that the real mission is the exit strategy, the legacy. It's how we leave, not what we did while we were there, that becomes important. So, and the people on the right, the Hugh Hewitts, the Sean Hannitys of the world are helping the left to do that. The left changes the mission, and Sean Hannity just jumps in with both feet. Oh, okay. If the left says that the mission is about exit strategies, then I guess that's what it is. So, and plus the fact they can't see past the tip of their own nose. They're so eager to win in 2022 that they'll do anything. They'll denigrate their own country in order to win in 2022. They don't care. And they don't realize the damage they're doing to our reputation and what that's going to mean in the future for the United States cooperation, United States leadership worldwide. And it's not good. Thank you. So I wanted to remind everybody that I have a book for sale in the Kindle bookstore. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get it for free. Other than that, it is $2.99, and it's called The Drill, and it is a companion book to this podcast. Some of the best parts of it are in the last 20 pages, which contain the recommended reading. So take a look at it. It doesn't just give a list of the books. It gives a list of the books and a synopsis of each book and why each book is important. So if you don't read any other part of it, read those last 20 pages and read those books. So you want to be a true conservative. The way to start is by reading those books, by reading Ayn Rand in particular, not her fiction. Read her nonfiction. Start with Philosophy, Who Needs It, and go from there. So until next time, I want to remind everybody to be honest, be smart, be beautiful, and remember that the left has no authority, no power, and they can't win.